Good morning and welcome to episode 6 of Mustangs First Pitch, presented by Border War Fireworks. I'm Calvin Silvers. Since our last episode, the St. Joseph Mustangs began a 3-game home series that started last Thursday with 3 different opponents each day. Last Thursday, in an offensive showdown, the St. Joseph Mustangs outlasted the Ban Johnson Raiders in Thursday's evening non-league game with an 11-7 victory. On Friday, the Mustangs dropped their 3rd consecutive Mink League game, falling 9-3 to the North Division leading Clarinda A's. That would be Clarinda's 9th win in a row. And on Saturday, needing momentum ahead of a 4-game road trip, St. Joe dominated the Des Moines Peak Prospects Saturday, winning 11-2. That wasn't the only victory of the night, as second baseman Noah Bodenhausen proposed to his girlfriend after the game with his teammates surrounding him.
You know, I'm just glad that my teammates could be a part of that. You know, I was talking to them before doing it, and they were all really excited to be part of something like that. So,
what a good moment for him. And the Mustangs were then on the road on Sunday. They finished their season series with the Nevada Griffins in dominant fashion with a 10-3 road victory. The Stings improved to 4-0 against the Griffins. On Monday, the team had their 3rd off day since beginning the season back on May 31st. Then they were back in action Tuesday against the Des Moines Prospects, winning 8-4. Now, Des Moines did out-hit St. Joe 8-6, but the Mustangs walked 10 times compared to just 4 for the Prospects. A rally in the bottom of the 9th fell short for Des Moines, who loaded the bases but could only get a run on a fielder's choice. And the St. Joseph Mustangs are continuing to compete for the top spot in not only the North Division, but the entire Mink League as they enter the 2nd and final month of the season. The team's success on the diamond has been showcased week in and week out, but there have been some big wins for a couple of players off the field as well. St. Joseph native and Lafayette graduate Braden Lukehart, alongside Mustangs and former Johnson County teammate Ryan Callahan, recently committed to continue their academic and baseball careers at Wichita State. That decision to commit to Wichita State and what that meant to you and why Wichita State was a good fit.
Wichita State, I think it's a good opportunity for my play style, my personality, and it being a little bit closer to home so my family can come watch, and definitely plays a big part in it, and I'm excited about the opportunity.
For me, Wichita State's always kind of been a dream school. It's close to home, like Ryan said, and the coaching staff there I have experience with, and so that made it a lot easier. And then obviously Ryan is going there, so just kind of having that familiarity.
Go ahead and touch on that a little bit more, just what it means to have someone that you already know and are friends with to be there by your side through that transition.
Yeah, it definitely makes the transition a lot easier. Getting an opportunity to play with one of your really good friends is really cool, and there'll be a lot of new guys on the team, so kind of just hopping into that new situation with somebody who you know is going to have your back is really cool.
What are you guys, maybe you're taking away from the Mustangs to put forward in a big school like Wichita State?
I think both of us. I know I'm speaking for myself here, but Ryan can also probably apply this. In baseball, I feel like you always got to see at-bats, and you always got to keep trying to get better. And I feel like if you take a week off, 2 weeks off, it's like you got to kind of restart. So this is kind of the building block to go to Wichita State.
Me and Braden both at Johnson County were kind of leaders, where a lot younger guys looked up to us. So going on to a new team with a lot of new groups of guys, there's going to be leadership positions where people need to step up, and I think we'd fit good in that role where we're going to be a little bit older guys in the team, and it's going to be a good opportunity to kind of lead by example and set the standard for the team.
I didn't know if this had any way into your decision, but obviously Johnny Coy playing his time there at Wichita State. Just kind of talk about that. Did he have a say? Did he try to get you to go there, or did he help at all? Just what was that experience like?
For me, ever since high school, he kind of pushed it on me, and we talked about it, and obviously talked about it here, and he's kind of been huge in the whole recruiting process about reaching out to schools. But he had a little bit to do with it, but it just kind of worked out how it worked out, and happened that he went there, and obviously he's a legend here, so it's kind of cool to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, I've known the Coy family for a little while, just growing up with youth baseball, playing against them, but this is my first summer meeting Johnny, and he's been great to me so far. He was super excited for me, and he said let him know if he needs any help or that whole deal, so he was pumped up, so it was really cool to see him pretty excited about it.
That whole experience of, being in youth baseball and then high school and then college and now Mustangs and then Wichita State after that, just what has that whole journey been like to you to start where you started to then you'll find yourself at a D1 school in Wichita State? Just what was that whole journey like for each of you?
Me and Ryan actually grew up playing each other probably every weekend since 8 years old. Kind of growing up, we were on different teams, but Johnson County was our first time playing each other, so we kind of knew each other, knew of each other, and it's kind of a lifestyle that I know no different of. Long nights, early mornings at the ballpark, and basically from eight years old to now, you're doing it, and so it's kind of a lifestyle you just adapt to and you kind of accept.
Yeah, I guess to kind of piggyback that, baseball runs full circle, so it's kind of weird how it works, where we grew up playing each other, and then we end up on the same junior college team, and then now we're going to the same university, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it.
And let's look at this upcoming schedule for the Mustangs. Starting tonight through next Wednesday, the Mustangs are still on the road taking on the Chillicothe Mudcats. On Friday and Saturday, the team will be back at Phil Welch Stadium hosting the Carroll Merchants, and then on Sunday, the Mustangs are at Des Moines for a short away stand before 4 straight home games, starting with Chillicothe on Monday, Sedalia on Tuesday, and Clarinda on Wednesday. And that will wrap up this week's episode of Mustangs First Pitch. We appreciate you joining us this morning, and we'll be back here same place, same time next Thursday. Have a good rest of your morning.